Hey, Shane McMurray from the Wedding Report here. In this episode, I interview Emily and Jake, who are actually getting married on January 11th in Colorado. So, hope you enjoy. Emily and Jake. So, all right. So, first thing, what's the story here? I need to know what the story is. How'd you guys meet? What's going on?
All right, so we're both Air Force.
Really? Awesome.
Yep.
Thank you for
So
your
back,
service.
oh,
Thank
thank
you.
you. So back at basic training, we were in the same BMT squadron, so basic military training squadron,
Yeah.
and we were actually in the gas chamber together. But at that point, we didn't know each other, and then we're both space operators in the Air Force, so we fly
Really?
silent.
That's awesome.
So
Yeah, the
yeah,
Space Force.
yeah, Space Force
Yeah.
now.
Space Force, the new Space Force. Awesome.
Yeah.
So we both had our tech school at Vandenberg Air Force Base in California.
Okay.
And
Yeah, we were just classmates.
we were classmates.
We also share the same birthday.
Yeah, we
so
had the same birthday.
What? Right
we
on.
celebrated our birthday while we were there, which is kind of how we got to know each other. We
Yeah.
were planning our birthday party,
Yeah,
and then
That's so cool.
just got to know each other over time.
yeah,
I think I calculated how many hours we probably spent together because we were in class together and then living in the dorms, so we probably spent like 1,000 hours together within 4 or 5 months.
yeah,
So
which is a
it
lot.
was kind of like expedited and
Yeah,
yeah. So we met last year
yep,
and we started talking about getting married in the spring this year,
Mhm.
or I guess 2019 now, but
yeah,
then got engaged in May at
Nice.
Disney World.
yeah, at Disney World. So
So why July or January? Is there something special about January?
So we
So-
wanted, his friends are in school right now, and we
Yeah.
wanted to plan it around like a break, like summer break
Okay.
or winter break.
yeah, and
and
she
we,
wanted a winter wedding too. So
yeah,
Right
we
on.
figured like the summer is too far off.
Yeah,
yeah,
I
so
got you.
January
I
was the
got you.
perfect time for
Are you
everything.
guys like going to the snow or something to do this thing or?
Yeah, we're
So-
going up to the mountains.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're familiar with Colorado very much.
Yes, a little bit. Yeah.
Really? Okay, so we're
Yeah.
kind of near Granby, which is near like Grand Lake, and towards Estes Park, that area,
Okay.
It's like-
Yeah.
It's
Mhm.
next to Winter Park as
and
well.
Rocky Mountain National Park.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Near the Air Force Base.
No.
it's
No.
about 2 hours away from the Air Force Base.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Estes
Yeah.
Park is like north of Denver, or?
It's like northwest of Denver.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Cool. Yeah, a little bit familiar. My
Uh-huh.
brother-in-law is actually in Telluride.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
You guys been to Telluride?
No.
We kind of went around it.
No, we didn't go there.
We went around it, right?
Not quite.
Oh, okay.
Like,
okay.
anyway, but yeah,
Yeah,
we didn't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty awesome there. I don't know. I'd never been, and my wife and I, he said come up, so we went up in the fall, right like the first week of October, right when the leaves were all changing, and it was no snow yet. It was like amazing. You guys got to go. It's
Yeah, I really want to go.
Yeah.
it's freaking amazing
definitely.
there. Cool. So how did the proposal go? Tell me about the proposal.
So, so she kind of like already kind of figured out that I was going to propose because we were picked the ring out together.
Right, you always do, right?
Yeah.
She's got to know what it's going to look like.
Yeah.
Yeah. She wanted to make sure that it was like up to her standards and everything. And it was unintentional too, but on her ring too. So it's like it's a rose gold ring, and I think
I can
yeah.
probably show. So it has. Oh wait, is this? You can.
Oh,
it
that's
kind of
pretty awesome.
Kind of has the Mickey ears on it, and that was unintentional at the time, but
Nice.
but I don't know, it just goes along with a proposal at Disney World. But so what happened was,
It's Disney World, huh? Nice.
yeah, in Florida.
Yeah. So the Mickey ears and Disney
Yeah,
World.
Mickey World. Yeah, yeah. So I was originally going to do it at Magic Kingdom, which is like the Cinderella's castle and fireworks and everything. It was going to
Mhm.
be in front of Cinderella's castle. But then she looked up, like, I think it was a month prior to going to Florida. She looked up on the internet. It was like most popular places.
to propose or get engaged.
Yeah,
And that was one of
and
them.
That was number 2 on the list. I'm like,
Oh,
I
wow.
can't do that. All right, change plans. So so at Epcot, it's like all these like different countries that are featured there, and one of the
Right.
featured countries is Japan, and Emily is half Japanese. So I thought it was fitting. There was a torii gate, which is it's this like gate with
Like
it's
the red.
yeah, it's red. It's a red gate.
Uh-huh.
It's like standing in the water on the bay there at Epcot.
Nice.
It's right in the little Japan area there, and we like walked past it earlier that day. I'm like, this would be a perfect area to propose. So
So
I
she
then
had no idea.
yeah, she had
Yeah.
no idea. She thought she was planning on like the Magic
Magic
Kingdom.
Kingdom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then I like snuck to the bathroom, put the ring in my pocket because I had it in my backpack, and then later that day we were lucky enough to get the professional photo package for free when we went there because
The
they
memory
like
maker.
yeah the memory maker package.
Nice.
Because, they like mixed up our hotel or whatever, so we got it for free.
That's cool.
And I'm so happy we did because when we came back around to the tour gate, there was a professional photographer right there, part of the package, and she's like, "Oh, we should get her picture in front of that." I'm like, "I know, we should." So, and then she's like trying to hold me like this and smile, and then I'm trying to get down on my knees and go like this, and then
Nice.
I was just like complete surprise to her, and then we were both in like shock after she said yes and everything. So
That's awesome.
it was
That's so
wonderful.
cool. That's
Thank
so
you.
cool. What a great story. That's awesome. So let's talk about some other stuff. I think I sent you a list, but uh, I'm a data guy, so I do a bunch of data stuff, obviously. And so what I want to talk about right now is a little bit about the budget side of stuff. So did you guys have a budget for your wedding?
So we originally were thinking, oh, let's keep it small,
Yeah.
and like kind of go for like a budget wedding
Yeah.
thing. But then, because like the fact that we started dating and got engaged and decided to get married so quickly, I think it was kind of like a shock to our families.
Yeah.
Because because they had never met each other, I guess,
Yeah.
and so we were thinking, okay, let's keep it low key.
Yeah.
But as we started spreading that information around, like my mom found out, his parents found out, and then they told their families.
And now,
Look
yeah,
out.
It kind of grew.
yeah. Now our entire families are coming, so the wedding
Yeah.
kind of.
But it's still small because we're only having 35 people.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, because we hear about people having like weddings with hundreds of people, and it's like I don't think we even know that many people.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Honestly.
So, but
That's actually not bad. That's good.
Yeah.
Do you guys feel like you're staying on your budget, or now it's kind of blown out of the water now that it's 35 people?
So we did want to kind of upgrade the experience because most of our guests are coming from out of town. So for them, it's a destination wedding, and we want to treat them. So we did like decide we were originally going to have like enchiladas, but then we've upgraded it to like a nicer menu and just like hired a musician and stuff. So it was kind of like a loosely defined budget. Like it wasn't a strict budget.
Yeah.
But we definitely did upgrade from what we originally had.
Yeah.
So
it just seems like it piles on, right? Like you go over, oh, now it's this. Oh, now we need this.
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
Yeah. And yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. We just wanted to make it like a perfect experience because
of course.
And get the like authentic Colorado mountain experience too.
It's one of your most important days, so
yeah,
why
absolutely.
not, right?
Yeah.
What was your biggest surprise you think you had over the budget stuff? Like biggest surprise?
Probably the wedding dress.
Well, over the budget though, like wedding. Like
I mean,
budget.
we did spend a lot more on the dress than we.
Well, I don't know.
I mean, like getting it fixed. We had like a wedding dress fiasco.
The store that I bought the dress from, they shut down, and we were waiting for 6 months to get the dress, and I never heard from them. So we were trying to reach them. We were stalking them online, and we finally got a hold of her, and she never ordered the dress. And,
oh no.
Yeah, I don't know if she went bankrupt or what happened. Wow. But we basically were afraid that we weren't going to get the dress, but we did. But it was the display model, and it's a size 16, which is really big.
She never ordered the actual dress that.
Wow.
For. So alterations ended up being like $1,000 basically.
More than what you expected, right?
Yeah, they had to do a lot of custom work and
they had to take it down like 14 sizes. So
yeah, that's a pretty big surprise, right? Like, oh crap, now they didn't order my dress, and now I got to figure this out. I mean,
and we were
stressful.
were thinking, oh, it would make sense for her to kind of because she also has a tailoring shop. It'd be nice if she offered to do the alterations for free for the trouble that
for sure.
But at that point, we had to pick it up from her house, in her basement, and we were really sketched out.
Yeah. So I'm like, let's just take the dress and go.
Let's just get out of here and get away from this woman. Yeah, I don't blame you for sure. is your family helping you out at all, or are you guys covering everything?
So
So
technically, like, well, what are you saying?
I was gonna say, so my parents are helping out as much financially as they can. So they're covering like all the catering, so all the food is covered by
That's
my
nice.
parents.
Yeah.
And
But
on
like otherwise, like basically,
yeah,
like my dad passed away last year
Oh
or
no, I'm sorry.
2018. So I was able to use a lot of like inheritance money to fund.
That's
It's
good.
pretty much like all funded by that.
Yeah,
So
that's
it's
good.
kind of nice that I don't have to worry about it.
That is nice. I mean,
I didn't want to like go overboard either. You know.
uh,
yeah, but most couples nowadays are actually taking care of most of it themselves. It's not like it's not. I mean, yeah, parents help out like for catering and for the big stuff, but ideally, I mean, couples are paying for everything. They want their
yeah,
own experience. They want their own stuff. A lot of times when parents get involved, sometimes they want it their way and they want to do
Right.
their thing. So,
yeah.
Yeah, we watched Father of the Bride,
Oh
and
oh
that was a
yeah,
really good like
isn't
example
that a
of
great
how
movie?
how like they were all like the parents' friends and coworkers, and it's like I don't think it'd be kind of a different experience because half the party will
Totally.
be our friends or
Yeah,
people our
yeah,
age.
yeah,
Yeah,
But,
that's much nicer, isn't it?
yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
Cool. So I want to talk about the different categories a little bit, and I want to talk about like, what went well and what didn't go well. We already talked about the dress, really. So from the attire side, is there any other thing like suit or stuff like that you feel like didn't go well?
Hmm.
Um, I think scheduling with some people like your
Oh
friends,
yeah, yeah,
like um, yeah,
yeah. Yeah, it's been hard like coordinating with like my entire side of the wedding party essentially,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm from Connecticut, so all my friends and family are from Connecticut.
Okay.
So it's been kind of a pain coordinating with them, um, and some of my like my two best friends are in college right now, and they unfortunately can't make it. And I found out like about a month and a half
Oh
ago.
no, that
That was
sucks.
kind of a bummer.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
it is a bummer.
We have fill-in Air Force people coming
yeah,
in,
yeah, of course
I'm
so
friends.
sure
So
there's plenty that will help fill in, right?
yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
yeah. They
Yeah,
were like
Yeah,
chomping at the gate to like
yeah,
come.
yeah.
So
They really wanted to come, so
yeah,
I mean,
for
it's nice
sure.
to invite them. So
What do you think went well? What I'm trying to get to here is really about your experiences with these types of these category of vendors, right? Like what kind of
oh,
stuff went well for you and what didn't go well, so that for two things. One is I want to help other couples make sure they understand, oh, hey, look out for this or whatever, and then really help businesses kind of say, look, oh, we need to pick it up. Like, you said the timing thing. Maybe they should have worked better with the timing thing, or the fact that she should have done the alterations for you right after the fiasco and she didn't. That's kind of a bummer. So,
yeah.
so like what kind of prompted us to start talking about a wedding and like to begin with was we went to the Big Fake Wedding. I don't
Oh
know if
yeah,
you've heard of it.
the big fake wedding.
Yeah, so
yeah,
they do these events around the country where they have all these vendors kind of pretty much like demo
Oh,
their
I think I have heard of this. Yeah.
yeah, so we saw it on Groupon and we were like, okay, that sounds interesting. So we
Let's
went.
go check it out.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. And people like all the vendors, we got to meet all the vendors and they would always ask like, when are you guys getting married? And if so, like when? And
Hmm.
at that point we hadn't really talked about it, but then it started the conversation
yeah.
Sure.
and it was kind of cool like to see, I don't know, just
To see all the vendors, yeah, absolutely.
To
yeah,
see them
and
all
just
in
kind
one
of
space.
hmm?
To see them all in one space. That was kind of cool.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
that was a really good idea. I thought they had there, because it's like everything's like really consolidated there. So it's like you go from like your wedding planners are like the first station, and then it's like a caterer is right next to them.
It's kind of like
So
speed dating, but with
yeah,
like wedding vendors.
yeah,
Speed wedding.
yeah, speed
Yeah.
wedding, yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
So
Yeah, it was cool.
yeah,
So I think, but we only used, I think, one vendor from that, which is like a faux flower florist, I guess.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
more, it's like more affordable. And in the winter, when like flowers are gonna die, so
Yeah,
we
for
can
sure. Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's gonna be difficult with the flower stuff. Yeah. What
yeah.
about like entertainment? What are you guys doing for entertainment?
So we planned. So basically, we planned our ceremony around like an Orthodox chapel in the mountains, and there's only
Okay.
like one or maybe two in Colorado. So we are very limited by the options.
yeah,
And then around that is where we plan the reception. And there's not a lot to choose from out there. I mean, there's a lot of like dude ranches, but they're kind of like
Right.
more expensive, and you book them for a whole week, and it's like all inclusive. And
Oh, okay.
it was like a little too much for us.
Mhm.
So we just found this lodge, and I think the owner had just started doing weddings. Like on his on his website, it's like all these model like fake wedding
Yeah.
pictures. He didn't
Yeah,
have any
sure.
and he's been really great to work with because it's just like I don't know, they're just starting off.
Yeah.
And he even threw in like a free night stay for us. Like
Wow.
it was really
Nice.
nice.
So he has a place there. So it's a chapel, and then there's a place to stay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the reception, it's pretty much like a 20-minute drive from where the ceremony is going to be at the chapel.
Mhm.
So
And we booked a whole lodge. It's
Mhm.
like 3 bedrooms, and then there's a second property or second like house on the property that has 5 bedrooms. So all our family's gonna stay
yep.
on the
Awesome.
property. Except for some people who like don't want to wait around for like the bathroom, so they're booking their own hotel or whatever. And then so basically we just wanted to source locally, so we wanted a local caterer because we wanted to minimize our delivery costs because
Sure.
from Denver it's like a 2-hour drive and it's really
Right.
expensive. Luckily there was a rentals company so we're renting tables and chairs from them kind of near the area.
Okay.
There's like a cake baker around there, and the musician is also from that area. So we kind of like, I don't know, just wanted to be as local as possible.
That's perfect. It's awesome. So tell me what went well for you in that experience? Like what were the things that you're like, yeah, this worked pretty well?
I think also going by referrals too, like our wedding planner. So
Our wedding planning company has been fantastic with us.
So we like the guy who owns the lodge. He's worked with this specific planner, and he
Mhm.
recommended her. And then
She's
also
helped
worked
you
with
guys.
yeah,
she's helped us a
like
ton.
yeah,
Yeah.
she's already familiar with the place, and she's in Denver, so we can meet with her locally. But
And then also, we have a professional photographer and videographer, and they all know each other too. Like the wedding planner knows the videographer and photographer, so they all know each other too. So it's like very seamless, and it's worked very well. So
That's
I
cool.
think, yeah, I think like going by like if they know that they worked well together rather than stepping on each other's toes and then
yeah,
like kind of creating drama maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Sure. Yeah. Especially, yeah. It's already stressful enough, right?
yeah, absolutely.
So what didn't go well though with the whole process, you think?
So we didn't get to have a tasting with our caterer just because this is their busy season because they're up at Winter Park and they have
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
a restaurant that's only open in the winter during ski
Mhm.
season, and they didn't get a chance to like we didn't get a chance to like do a tasting or anything, so that might be a hit or miss.
Yeah,
Okay.
But I don't know. I don't think people. It sounds like the menu sounds good, and
Yeah.
I feel like I trust them.
yeah.
What else?
Another thing too is kind of hard to coordinate with the artist, like the musician that's playing. Yeah, it was kind of hard to coordinate with him. He was just like not really replying to her emails that much.
Really?
Yeah.
Just in the beginning.
Just in the beginning. He ended up like getting back to us and everything, and he's showing up to the reception, no problem. But it took a while to get to that point.
Yeah. Was this a recommendation from the planner, or was this someone you guys found?
So I was looking on. It was like one of those like search websites for musicians, and I just found him on that, and he's local to the area. So I just like I didn't want to pay for someone to like drive and stay in a hotel and all that stuff.
Yeah,
so
sure.
I mean, and so yeah, we were just kind of like limited by that.
Yeah.
So basically, limited by the location as being kind of remote.
Yeah. 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 Yeah, that's tough, right? You're in a small area and you got to find vendors in that area. That way you don't have to fly them in or bring them in and house them. So I get it. Yeah, for sure. Were you guys going on the honeymoon?
So being in the military, it's kind of hard to like know when you can take leave. And
that's true. You are.
So
yeah.
Because he's in training in class.
So yeah, I'm still technically in training, and my graduation date was supposed to be the day before the wedding, but they switched it into the January 16th. Luckily.
Okay.
So I could probably take leave to get up to the wedding and everything. But beyond that point, for the honeymoon, I'm going to be in transition from one squadron to another during that point. So we'll probably have to do like a mini moon during February, and then I go on crew to do my job for 6 months, and I can't take leave during that time. So
Wow.
we're gonna definitely go back to Disney World after get off crew in October.
Okay.
So that
I've
will be
heard,
like our official mini moon.
yeah, and it's kind of like I feel like it's a common thing, especially for
It
military
is.
couples, to like either never have a honeymoon
Yeah,
or like a really delayed one.
yeah, really delayed one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's okay. I mean, yeah, I mean, people are waiting longer because there's stuff going on, right? Life is happening, right?
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. So if you had, so your close friends getting married, right? What advice would you give them?
Um,
Start early, like start the planning early. That's the advice I have to like give them
yeah,
because
and just be organized because
yeah,
like I don't know, I was really organized at the beginning, and then I kind of just like stopped being organized. Maybe because I was like afraid of how much I was spending on everything that I didn't want to think about it. But I would say now I'm trying to catch up and like get organized again because it would be interesting to see like how much like percentage wise are we spending on whatever, and just because it's interesting to know like, and
Yeah.
then because we've been watching a lot of wedding shows too, and they
Yep.
discuss like budget and what their total spend was, and I'd like to compare what we are compared to the average, and I would say
Sure.
like we're pretty close to average, I think,
mm,
in terms of like how much we've spent, maybe below average too. But
yeah,
the fact that we have a smaller crowd, like a smaller guest count,
Hmm.
but like so the per person spend is a lot, but
yeah,
it's worth it because like I never see my I like all my family's out of state and I don't have any siblings, so I never get to see them. So I really wanted to treat them.
That's
oh,
awesome. Yeah. You know, um, it only happens once. So, I mean,
yeah, absolutely.
you do it and, don't regret it and just enjoy it. Right. And the funny thing is that it just adds up over time. You never really know, right? Like, it's like, oh crap, I just spent $10,000 on, over this short period of time. You didn't know. I mean, it just adds up. I
I guess
know.
I would also suggest my friends to shop for the ring with their significant other because we hear about people who are like women or
Oh
partners who
yeah,
are like
ring shaming.
less than satisfied with their
Ring
ring.
shaming. There's ring
Yeah,
shaming going on.
yeah, yeah. It's like people are like unhappy fiancés that like post about their ring that they got from their male fiance when they were proposed to, and they're like shaming it and be like, they're like, oh yeah, like look at how ugly this ring is,
Oh my
and like
God.
so my fiance knows how bad of a choice he made or whatever. We see that like all the time on like Facebook or whatever.
But I mean, most guys I thought knew that you're supposed to have your fiance at least check it out, right? Ahead of time.
But
You got to get some ideas,
yeah,
right?
common sense, you know.
Yeah.
I know we lose our minds, right?
Yeah, yeah.
It's love. Who cares? What would you say? What would your recommendations be for like other businesses? Like if you could say to them, "Hey, look, I wish you guys would do this better," what would that be?
I think one of the things I liked specifically with the photographer, videographer, and the wedding planner is that they all knew each other and they coordinated with each other really well.
Okay.
Um, it would be nice if other companies could do that as well.
Build relationships with
Build
each other.
yeah, build
Yeah.
relationships with each other and know each other and know how each other like works and everything. It just makes like the wedding planning process seamless and
Nice.
a lot more streamlined. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm trying to think. Um, I really enjoy like the big fake wedding thing too because like just
Interesting.
being able to see them in action rather than just reading about it online or hearing like from like a third party. Like I don't know, it's cool to like be in the like I don't know, in the thick of it, like
yeah,
experiencing it firsthand.
yeah.
Because I haven't gone to a lot of weddings. Like I don't, I've only been to like a couple actually, and I don't think. Have you been to any weddings?
I've been to two in
So
my life.
it's kind of hard to like know what we're looking for.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Especially if you haven't been, you don't really know, right? So that's pretty interesting. Do you think that like when you were doing research online, do you feel like a lot of stuff online is fake? Do you feel like it's real? Do you feel like
I
people are
mean, for
just
things like
exaggerating?
photography and videography, it was really easy to find what I was looking for. Basically, I just wanted like a certain style,
Hmm.
and that would be because it's like on, But for like, I don't know, like,
I feel like the catering is kind of hard.
yeah,
The catering and yeah, because we don't really know like what to expect with the catering, and then also
Sure.
luckily the cake maker that's up in the mountains, she sent us down some samples. They were like cupcakes that were like the same texture and everything, and
Yeah.
that was nice. But Yeah, I think like the biggest thing is like the hardest thing at least is like food because you never really know unless you try
Yeah,
it.
that's
And I think
true.
planning like at a distance, like kind of having like a destination thing is kind of
Yeah.
you kind of have to like really trust like
Yeah.
other
Is it a little
people.
stressful, right? Like, oh crap, hope all this
Yeah.
stuff goes well. So the
Yeah.
Because we've
planner
gone
is
up.
there though, right?
She's in Denver, so we're really close to her. But like,
Okay.
yeah, and we've gone up to the mountains like to see the venue like 4 times at this
Yeah.
point,
Yeah.
just because we wanted. We were like the first time we went, we were just like, okay, I hope it will maybe work, and we fell in love with it like the first time we saw it.
Mm.
And then the second time we took his family there, but we were so like, I don't know, we were talking to his family and we didn't even take measurements of the
Yeah.
place.
It was more of like a vacation with my family.
Yeah,
Sure.
we didn't. Yeah, we should have like taken the dimensions so we knew how to like sit everybody and if we had
Mhm.
enough space to have seating. So then we went up again to actually take with the tape measure
Yeah.
to like measure everything.
Yeah.
Oh, was there a fourth time, or was that it? I think that was it.
Yeah. I think that was it.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, it was just a lot of gas to like go and
Yeah.
visit.
Yeah. Because 2 hours.
Yeah, right.
But it
Yeah.
is
Well,
like a dream wedding because I know Jake didn't want to get married in the city.
Yeah. Because Denver is kind of like
It's whatever.
it's kind of like yeah. There's nothing really special about it.
yeah, Denver's Denver. Yeah.
Yeah. On the East Coast, it's like my family has like either Boston or New York, so
Yeah.
it's like they're used to cities and everything. So I wanted to like show them something unique about Colorado, and that's the mountains because
Yeah.
my family's never been to Colorado.
Yeah. It's totally awesome. Like the West, like Denver particularly, like you're in Denver and it's all flat pretty much, and then you're just looking at these magnificent mountains. It's just,
Yeah.
it's amazing. You just
Yeah.
drive up in there. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be
Hey.
interesting when our family comes because they're flying and then have to drive 2 hours into the mountains, and then the actual venue is like a mile uphill, like in this like windy, like
Yeah.
kind of
Nice.
sketchy.
Yeah.
That's
it is
awesome.
the snow and
So we're also just hoping that
yeah.
there's not going to be like a big snowstorm
yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next week, you might be okay. I don't know. Depends, right?
We'll
Who
see.
knows, right? Denver
think
weather is
yeah.
crazy, right? Like it could be 70 degrees one day and then 32 and snowing the next day.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, cool. Hey, I really appreciate you guys doing this. Congratulations.
Thank you.
you so
And
much.
thanks again for your service. I really appreciate that. And I wish you guys all the best of luck. Much love to you and good times.
Thank you so much.
Thank
All right,
you.
thanks guys. Take care.
All right, thank
Appreciate
you.
it. Hey, thanks for checking out this episode. I hope that you found it helpful. Please share it with other people. Also, if you're getting married or you work in the wedding industry, I would love to interview and share your information with other people. Send me a text 520-399-8580 or shoot me an email at letschat@wedding.report.